Okay guys, so what I'm doing here is laying out a header for a wood truss building, and so I want to lay it out on the ground and put my blocks onto the header before I put the header up. That way it just makes things a lot easier. So you're going to start out and you're going to measure in 1.5 inches. This is where your truss will sit up here. It's going to sit on top of the header, and you'll measure 1.5 inches. And this will be the edge, outside edge of your post right here. So post is going to go right here between these two marks. Then your truss is going to go here, and that's 5.5 inches here. And so you're going to pull off the end of the truss in essence, and you're going to go 4 feet. And your truss is going to need to be in the center of 4 feet. So since that board is 1.5 inches wide, we'll go 3/4 inches to the far edge of your truss, so that your truss will sit here, then your block will be on this side of your truss. So we put that mark, that square mark there. We come on, do the same thing again. This time we have 8 foot, since we're 8 foot on center, and if if your building was 2 foot on center or 16 inches, you would do the same thing. So we've got 8 foot and 3/4 inch, block be on this side. 12 foot, 3/4 inch, block be on that side. 16 foot, let's do one here with you. 16 foot, and then we go past a 3/4 inch. Go ahead and mark that. Put a little T here, because the truss is gonna sit there. You don't have to do that, but I always put my X on this side that I want my board, or you'll get mixed up and put it on the wrong side. I already pre-cut this header for length. I like to lay out all of my headers on the ground. Since our posts are 10 foot on center, we're going to use 20 foot headers. But if you had 12 foot on center post, you would use 12 foot 2x12 headers. And since that's going to land, that truss is going to land on the center of that crack. We'll still go past a 3/4 inch and make the same mark. But since there's going to be a post there, we don't need to put a board, or it would hit that post. So you're actually going to notch that post out to where the truss can sit up against the notched post, and then you just continue to pull on past to your next truss. Make the same mark, 3/4 inch past that 24 feet. And let's say you run out of tape, you can hook onto the end of your board. Since you have that mark, you can see you've got 4 foot and 3/4 still. So you're going to continue to do the same thing as you've been doing all the way down to the end. Since this is a 30-foot building, you're going to need plus 10 feet. So you'll cut this guy right at 10 feet, because you set your post in 1.5 inches each way. So you can cut that header, and that's how to pre-cut and set your blocks. I'll show you another video on how to set and nail your blocks on. That's it.
So here's a quick video on how to put these blocks onto the headers. And to know how long to make those blocks, you just measure the tail of the truss and add that to the width of your header, and screw those dudes on. David here is toe screwing them. That works great, or you can turn it up on edge as well, the header on edge, and screw it in from the end, from the side. Okay guys, a video here on how to determine where the bottom of the wall will need to be. Everything's going to be referenced from the bottom of the wall. You're going to measure up from
that place to find your header height, to find where to cut off your post. And that's going to be the deciding factor if your posts are long enough or whatever. And here Johnny took and marked all the way around. He just goes in and put a square mark all the way around your post after grade marking with the transit, and then he took and numbered each one, taking and measured to the ground, so 32 inches on that guy, and that seems to be our highest point on the building. And it's okay if you have to dig, a couple shovelfuls out to get the building as low as you can. That's great. Your customer will be happy if you do that. But that's literally how easy it is to find the bottom of the wall. So we've determined where we want the bottom of the wall in the last video, and now what we're going to do is just hold it 32 inches from our transit mark. Hold it 32 inches there, and then you go up to the top and go ahead and make your mark. And in the next video I'll go ahead and explain how we determined how high we want that wall. Okay guys, just a quick simple video for us to understand how to find the header height for a wood truss building. So our posts are set, our headers are laid out, and we have all the blocks on our headers. So we've determined already where we want the bottom of the wall. And so what we need to determine next is the length of our sidewall metal. So since our metal in this case is 10'8" plus the 1.5" frat guard, that gets us up to 10'9.5". And in finding that sidewall metal, make sure that you are finding the right metal. Go find it, measure it, look on your invoice, make sure that's what what they sent you out, because everything is determined on the length of that sidewall metal. If it's a 10-foot building, it should be 10'8" long. If it's 12-foot building, it should be 12'8", and so on. But you never know, so you always want to go check it and be sure, because nobody wants to have to take the whole barn down because he made it too short. So we've got a total length with our rat guard of 10'9.5", and you'll want a 1/2 inch of play, a 1/4 inch for the bottom, 1/4 inch for the top. So we're going to go with 10 foot 10 inches, and that's our total length of the wall. And so to determine where to put the header, all we have to do is subtract the things that are sitting on top of our header. So in this case, it's just a narrow truss, so that truss is only 4.5 inches here at the eave, and so we're going to subtract 4.5 plus 1.5 inches for the lathing, and that's going to get us 6 inches. And so we're going to subtract 6 inches, and that'll be the top of the header. And you may want to get a mark to the bottom of the header, and so you just subtract the header width as well, and you'll have the position for the bottom of the header. Make that mark, square it all the way around, and you'll set that header above your mark. And then your next header, after you've got your inside header put on, you'll go up 4.5 inches to the top edge of this guy right here, and put your outside header on right here. So that'll tie in then to the end of your truss, and also be a place for the customer to fasten their gutter to on a later date. In this video, Johnny's just going ham with his mouth, but we don't care. We're just going to make our own audio for it. And since I explained it, everything he's already saying in the last video with the diagram, so we'll just watch him say stuff here. So he's got his first mark for the inside header, and then he's going to measure up 4 inches for his outside header, because that header will be a little bit higher there. And now he's going to put a little screw right below where that header is going to sit. That way he can set that header on there on the screw, and it's just like having an extra hand when you're up there. It's definitely a brilliant idea. And he has to obviously go to the following post where that header is going to reach to, and get that measured and marked up there. But you know, the big thing with this header, putting headers up and stuff, it's very important that you get it right, and make sure you figure it out and understand it well, how it's going, where it's going, and then the putting up of it will be pretty easy. You definitely have to have two guys. Some people will use a skid steer to stand on one side. A ladder's probably just as fast, probably faster, because then you don't have to move it around and you don't make as much mess. But they have three guys there. Here Alex is, you know, he's just cutting boards, getting ready to put set trusses already. And so you got to think about keeping everybody busy when you're doing projects like this, because three guys is kind of max for putting up headers. Two guys is perfect. And so this is the type of job where you waste a lot of time because you can't keep everyone busy necessarily. These are little 24-foot trusses, so we're just going to set these by hand. They're 2x4 trusses. And yep, this is a fun little barn, fun little project. We got the inside header up there, and then I want to show a quick clip on putting the outside header up. Here we are going up with that outside header. This is actually the first time we've done it like this, and so the guys are just kind of figuring it out. But this is definitely the way to do it when you don't have overhangs. If you have overhangs, you can't. You just have to keep it flush with the other one, the same height as the inside one. But since we don't have overhangs, we can go up and make it a good way to fasten the gutters to later. And it just really connects well into the truss. It keeps your truss from going past. You just nail the end of the truss right into that guy, so you don't even have to try to push it back and forth and try to find the right position for it. And if it was a 2x6 truss at the end, then you would have to go up 6 inches versus 4 inches like we're doing here.